Hey there, Fit Fam. Welcome to the only podcast where we're breaking the mold and rewriting the rules. I'm here to debunk the myths, spill the tea, and serve a hefty dose of reality. No matter where you're at in your journey, we've got something for everybody. So buckle up because we're about to unleash the basics in the most unapologetic way possible. From shedding pounds to embracing your inner badass, I'm here to remind you that skinny is so last season and the basics are anything but boring. So grab your favorite piece of protein and your water bottle and get ready to be empowered, entertained, and educated because being a basics bitch has never looked this good. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. Wanted to make sure I got this podcast out on time as it is a busy week. It's a short week. It's a busy week. And so I'm actually recording this on Monday for Wednesday's episode just because, again, it's a short week. Tomorrow I am like jam-packed. I have a few appointments. Wednesday I have a few appointments and it's just busy. It's just busy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Obviously I'm going to just talk about this, get this right out of off the gate. Is that we have Fat Loss Basics. Group coaching Black Friday offer is live. Yes, it is live currently. It's been live. If you're on my email list, you've already gotten that fun little email that says it was live as of Monday. And if you're not, that's okay. That's not a big deal. If you want to be on my email list, you can click the link in the show notes. There is a way to opt in on my email list if you're interested in that. I typically do like special things for my email list and or my podcast. I don't always do it the same. So as you know, if you listen to my podcast Monday, there was no link here. So there's that. Okay. So I kind of want to talk about Fat Loss Basics a little bit, what we're talking about, facing your fears today and what that means. I listen to podcasts. I think they're great. I listen to people who inspire me, whether they're fitness or just like really great. If you have been following me for a long time, over a year now, I had somebody on my podcast a while ago. Her name is Kelsey Lensman, and she did Mission 48. And, where she took 48 different events of some type of training, whether it's a powerlifting meet, a marathon, a bike-a-thon thing. I don't even know. Like she did so many things. And she did 48 different events in 48 different states in 48 days. And I listened to her podcast. She has a podcast that I listen to. I just said that. Sorry, words are hard today for me a little bit. So this should be interesting. But and she was talking about, these different stages of fear. And I thought this was a really interesting way to say it. I'm kind of taking my own spin on this because obviously I don't work with necessarily the same people she works with. And we do see things a little bit differently in some aspects. So I'm going to apply this to me and kind of interpret it how I see it to be interpreted. So, and this is going to kind of play into this role of Fat Loss Basics. So if you are on the fence of Fat Loss Basics, thinking that you need to join, that you should join, that you want to join, all of these things, but you're scared, you're nervous, you're not sure what to expect, you're fearful of like, what if I fail? What if I succeed? What ifs? All these things. I want you to know it's like a super normal feeling. And there are definitely stages here that you are going to go through in order to get to the other side of that fear. And I'm going to say this super transparently. It's not fucking easy. So don't by any means, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to say some things and it's never as easy as it sounds because it's not. This shit is hard. Conquering your fears is hard work. Getting through that is hard work. This is not a simple task to do. So don't feel like you're the only person sitting on the side going, gosh, if I could just do it, if I was just less fearful. It's normal, but how we react and respond, something I teach my children all the time, means a lot. How we react and respond in these ways is what is key. And so some of you might be thinking, man, I really need to join Fat Loss Basics, and you're just scared. And it's a normal thing to do because it's different. So if that speaks to you, if I'm talking to you as that person and you are nervous or you're scared or you're like anxious about this because you're afraid, you are fearful of what ifs, like the unknown, just reach out. Let's have a conversation about it and let's talk through it. So that being said, we're going to talk about these different zones, and there's 4 zones of being fearful. Okay. There are 4 zones, and I want you to imagine this super tiny circle. The super tiny circle is zone 1. And then around that circle is a bigger circle, and that's zone 2. Around that circle is a bigger circle, zone 3. And then the biggest is zone 4. And zone 4 is the biggest because it encompasses literally all of the other zones. And so that's why I want you to like Think of it like one circle inside another, and then another, because it's really encompassing as you build off of your comfortability. I mean, essentially is what we're doing. That comfortability is our ground level. It is our zone 1. Okay. So zone 1, comfortable. This is where we are in comfort, where we feel good, or good enough, we should say. So I have some notes here. I want to talk a little bit about that. So we have zone 1. Zone 1 is our comfort zone. Have you heard that before? Your comfort zone. You gotta get out. You gotta get out of your comfort zone. You're never gonna grow if you don't leave your comfort zone. You gotta take a step outside your comfort zone, right? This is why, okay? It is kind of the foundation. It is kind of like the center of our life. This is where we are surviving. Our comfort zone is not where we are, I call living. We are not living in our comfort zone. We are surviving in our comfort zone. Again, this is where we are comfortable enough. We're safe enough. We're good enough, right? The enough is a very key word here, because it's like, it's not where we want to be, but it's okay enough. Like it's good enough. And that's a scary place to fucking live constantly. Okay. I lived there for 30 fucking plus years. So I'm not going to be preaching to the choir here, but like, I get it. Okay. I lived in the comfort zone because every fucking time I took a step outside that comfort zone, I got screwed. I got fucking screwed. And I was like, this is why I don't do this. Oh, here's another thing. This is why I don't do this, right? Our brains are hardwired to justify to us why getting out of our comfort zone is not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. It is the worst idea you could possibly ever have. Our brain is going to tell us over and over and over and over, and it's going to constantly give evidence as to why this is the case. Okay. What do I mean? So I'm going to apply it to kind of myself, and then I'm going to apply it to like fitness stuff. Okay. My comfort zone. I was a homebody. I loved home. Even though I did go away to college, I loved home. I was like, okay, I'm going to get outside my comfort zone. Okay. And I moved across a fucking country, and I went and moved in with my sister, which if you listen to Monday's episode, you'd realize maybe not the best idea. But anyway, so I moved in with my sister, and I immediately started dating somebody, almost instantly started dating somebody when I got to Arizona. And I was like, whoa, like this is weird. And that was out of my comfort zone because I wasn't a very big dater. Like I didn't have a lot of experience dating, if you will. The only experience that I had with somebody dating them was they cheated on me. Okay. They left. They moved away and they cheated on me. Okay. That was my experience. So I was like, okay. So I started dating this guy. Guess what? Get married. Guess what? This guy cheats on me. He cheats on me. Not ideal, right? So now every experience that I've ever had dating somebody, I have been cheated on. Okay. So let's fast forward to current time, husband. What do you think my brain tells me? What do you think my brain is doing? I start dating Will. Ugh, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think I ever want to get married again. I don't want to be cheated on. I don't think I want to be in a relationship. I don't want to get cheated on. Why did I think and feel that way? Well, because that is my experience. Those are the brain pathways in my brain. My experiences was every single time I started dating somebody, I got cheated on. Oh, you're nice enough, but you're just not good enough for me not to cheat on you. Oh, you're okay enough. I love you enough, but not a lot. Not enough not to cheat on you, right? Like that was my experience. And so with Will, it still is a constant sometimes, I won't say constant, but it still can be a problem when I think I see something or I get a weird vibe and I'm like, ugh. And where do you think my head instantly goes? Cheating, right? Because that's what my brain knows. And that's what my body has experienced. That is what my body has experienced, right? And even though it's never been like, Will and I've never been in a quote unquote like bad place. You know, like I recall lots of conversations with my first marriage about divorce all the time. Oh, you're going to divorce me? Oh, you're going to divorce me? This is what he would say to me all the time. Oh, you're going to divorce me? What, are you going to divorce me now? Are you going to divorce me? Like, this is not how it is in my current marriage. Okay. And even as Will and I have been married over 8 years, almost 9 years now, and 7, 8 years was my last marriage term, if you will. And we got to that point and I started self-sabotaging things. I started making things a bigger deal. I started doing things because I was like, oh, maybe I'm just a 7-year wife. Why? Because it's what my brain knew. It's like, okay, this is where we got to last time. We're good. We're okay enough. We're good enough. We're comfortable enough. This is good. We're done now, because that's what it knew. I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is it's what it knew. That is some shit I had to fucking work through. He did nothing. Will was doing nothing. This is getting a little personal, but like, and I know I don't get like super personal like this, but like it wasn't anything he did or didn't do. It was like I was looking for things that I would never, just to tell myself that, yep, this is my story. This is who I am. Right? In the same regard that you're doing the same fucking shit. Your brain likes specificity. So when your brain, you do something in your brain, it's like, what is happening? This is not normal. This is not consistent. This is not predictable for me. I don't like that. It's going to do everything it can to just self-sabotage your ass. Oh, you want to go to the gym? No, bitch. Sit down and watch Netflix. Yellowstone's out. New season. Get with it. You're not going to the gym. Okay? This is not what you do. Just have a seat. Have a seat. Oh, the universe. I can't find my keys. Can't get to the gym. Oh, looks like we just had to go eat some popcorn and watch whatever. Gossip Girl. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the principle of as soon as you try to do something and step out of that comfort zone, your brain is going to try to pull you right back in. It's going to be like, whoop, like a little slingshot. Like those, okay, this is not funny, but I'm laughing. Like, those like leashes for children, and they have like the little monkey backpacks, and we make them look really cute. And I think they're a little ridiculous, but I get the point of them. It's like a mom pulling on and tugging one of those, like, bitch, get back. Let's go. Come back here. Mom's over here. You're not running away today, right? That is literally what our brain does. So we learn how to self-sabotage in the comfort zone. We learn how to just barely live, like barely get by. We're not living. We're just surviving. Some people say we're surviving, not thriving. I call it living. You're not living here. You're just fucking barely content, maybe. You're like, man, life's life. It's fine. It's fucking Groundhog Day over here. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. I say that all the time, right? That's me living in my comfort zone. Same shit, different day is me in my comfort zone, okay? So in order to step out of that zone, okay, and get into the next zone, which is zone 2, that's the fear zone. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is where the majority of you are at. This is where the majority of you get stuck. I will actually say the majority of you are probably sitting in your comfort zone, but every time you fucking step out, exactly what happened to me happens to you, and you go right back in. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. Right? This is where the majority of people get stuck, and they bounce right off of that wall, and they go bing right back into zone 1. Okay? This is where we start asking our questions, but what if I fail? Well, what if I can't do it? Wait, what if I don't succeed at this? What are people going to think of me? What will I think of myself? Right? And so you hit this wall and you bump against this and you go right back. You go right back to zone 1. You go right back to your comfort zone. Right? And this means even if you have said yes, I have people that I have been working with for over a year. I've been very transparent about this. Right? That they're like, I don't understand why I can't do this. I don't understand why I can't make this happen. Because it's hard. Can you fucking acknowledge that this shit is hard, and doing things that you've never done before is hard? It's fucking hard. And we just think that we should just be able to just wake up and just make shit happen. We just come sprinkles, rainbows and sunshines everywhere. And it's just, life's going to be fucking hunky dory. And it's not. It's literally not this way. Not this way. It is hard. It makes sense why you bump against that wall and you go right back to where you were at. Right? We have to get to a place where we can bump that wall and we don't retreat. We don't go backwards. We're going to bump that wall. We're going to bump that wall so motherfucking hard. It's going to hurt and it's going to be painful and it is going to want to make us cry at times, but we are going to bump that fucking wall and we are going to break it. We are going to break that fucking wall. Okay? That is the only way that we can then get to zone 3. Zone 3 is a learning zone. This is where I love this zone. This might be one of my favorite zones. Okay? The learning zone. This is what I like to call do it anyway zone. living in duality zone, right? This is what I love, right? It might look ugly, do it anyway. You might not fucking know what you're doing, do it anyway. You might look like a total idiot, do it anyway. You might not want to do it anyway. This is the zone. This is where we start building that confidence. This is where we start really allowing the things that we are trying to change start to become who we are, not what we do. The fear zone, we're just fucking checking boxes. We're just like, okay, got it done. Done. Big wall, break it through. It's like, okay, I'm learning. But a lot of people get stuck here too. Because this is where a lot of people will go, well, I'm not actually good enough at this, so never mind. You're right. This actually wasn't meant for me because I can't figure this out. This is where I see a lot of people get stuck with weightlifting. And this is where I see a lot of people get stuck with tracking macros and tracking their food. I took the leap. I took the bound. I said yes. And here I am. And now I can't figure it out. Now I'm just stuck. Guys, I hit this wall too. I hit the wall of this zone. I could have easily gone right back to my comfort zone. And instead I was like, I'm going to fucking figure this out. I am going to fucking do this till I fucking figure it out. I was motherfucking determined. You had better be determined here. You had better get some, as we and the Detroit Lions like to call it, some grit. Get some grit. Get some determination. Because you're going to need it in this space. You're going to have to fucking have it to get out of this comfort zone, out of the fear zone, and into that learning zone. In order to break out of this learning zone, you had better find some fucking determination. Bury your feet in the sand and fucking make it happen. This is hard, right? This is where consistency over perfection lives. Show up anyways. Do it anyways. Try anyways. Nobody just gets under a bar and lifts 500 pounds. You have to put stimulus on there to move up in weight. Okay? Nobody just tracks your macros perfectly on the very first day. You have to put reps in to get it right, to understand what the fuck you're doing. Nobody does it. Nobody does it perfectly the first time. Nobody not quits perfectly the first time. Do it anyway. Do it hard. Do it scared. Do it crying. Do it nervous. Do it fearfully. It doesn't matter. Just do it anyways. Learn anyways, okay? They say at this point, it takes around 10,000 hours to make you a master at the thing that you are attempting at. 10,000 hours. Okay. Let's be so transparent. I have 300 and some episodes on here, and the majority of these episodes are less than an hour. I'm not even fucking close to being a master at podcasting. Not even close. And yeah, let me tell you, that kind of hurt my feelings. Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit when I heard that. And I was like, oh, damn. Okay. All right. Now, you put me in a gym. I got a lot of fucking hours there. Is it 10,000? Probably at this point, yes. Oh, after 9 years, though. 9 years. I don't even know at this point how many hours I have. It's the principle of understanding it takes a lot more than one time and one try to learn something. This is something. I love my daughter so, so much. But me and her, this is where we battle. She has an expectation that she should know how to do something. She didn't know how to tie her shoes on the first time, but for some reason, she thinks that she can just do something perfectly. And if she can't do it perfectly, she doesn't want to fucking even bother with it. It doesn't matter. Stop. Just stop right now. I'm done. Oh, that's not how we learn. You're learning. You're not. I don't want you to do it perfect. I want you to fail. I want you to not make this look pretty. Those are all things I want. But I want you to do it anyway. I want you to try anyway. I want you to go for it anyway. This is a big piece. Okay. And once we can do that, once we can break free of that once we come up against that wall, and we don't retreat, and we keep going, that's when we hit zone 4. And zone 4 is the growth stage, growth zone. Okay. this is only a few people get here. I would say a few percentage wise, right? A few percent of people get to the thing that they're actually trying to get to in the growth stage. Okay. You did the hard thing. Okay. You proved yourself wrong, right? You said, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try anyways. And you did it. And you're like, oh shit. Right. So now we have this experience. Now we have an experience that we can take with us, because this is what I always really, really try to preach to my clients and my children, is that once we give ourselves an experience, that we can do something different, that we can do something hard, that we can do something that we never thought we could. We now have created a new brain pathway. We have now created a new brain pathway that we can now do something. Guess what? I created a new brain pathway that I'm not a 7-year wife. I did it. I fought for hell like that, but I did it. I doubted myself like a motherfucker, but I did it. 8 years ago, I started on a path of health. I doubted myself. I was scared. I learned. And I created new pathways in my brain to show me that I am a person that can be healthy. I am a person that doesn't have to carry around 100 extra pounds. I am a person that does not have to use food for coping. I am a person that can have just one and then stop. I am a person that goes to the gym regularly because I choose to, because it's healthy for me, because it's fucking awesome and it makes me feel like a bad bitch. I am that person. And I fought like motherfucking hell to get her. Are you willing to fight like hell to get her? Right? When you think about the growth stage, okay, that growth stage just takes us back to where? Once we are done in the growth stage, where do we go? The comfort zone again, right? The growth stage becomes the comfort zone. The growth stage is the comfort zone. Shit. Well, damn. Well, damn it. The growth stage is the comfort zone again. And guess what? You go through this process over and 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 over again. Because every time you hit that growth stage is going to become your norm, your baseline. I achieved it. I got here. Now what? Well, that's when we, like video games, go to a new level. Oh, damn. That's when you get to go to a new level. That's when you get to go from do 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 do, and then you get to go to do 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 do, because we hit level 2. And there's new things. Now you're under the ground versus above the ground. Now you can shoot out little pellets at everybody. Now, now you have King Koopa at the very end. You got to, get around, and fireballs that are flying up at you. All new things that are hard. All new things that we are afraid of. But we're going to come up against that wall again, and we're going to have to break through it. We're going to come up the learning wall. We're going to have to fucking break through it. We're going to have to get to that growth zone, and then boom, there we are again, and that becomes our new norm. This is literally life. This can be applied to your health, to your marriage, to your relationships, to your job, to raising children. Can we talk about these zones in parenting? Hello. I'm still waiting for somebody out there to create a what to expect when you have a teen. Okay. I needed way more help. I was cool. I had young cousins. I babysat. I worked in daycare. I was solid on what to expect when you're expecting. Once the baby came out, cool. Got the diaper thing down. Awesome. Got the feeding thing down. Okay, great. Got all the cool. But man, nobody preps you for the fucking zones that you got to go through. When you got teenagers, these are the same thing, right? We're living in a comfort zone. We have new thing that happens at school or new thing that happens at home, and now we're in the fear zone because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to fucking do. Like, I I don't know. I've never experienced this as a parent before. Literally one time, we had an issue with Blake at school. And he literally, I said, Blake, what would you do if you were a parent in this situation? He said, I don't know. You're the parent. And I was like, okay, fair. I was like, but you want to know what? I've never been in this situation before, so I don't even know what to do. Fair, right? That's a fair statement, right? And then we're going to go through a learning zone where we're just going to have to learn with each other. And then we're going to go through this growth zone. We're going to have to grow with each other. And that growth zone, once we establish the new boundaries and the new rules and the new whatevers that we're, having to establish, that becomes a new comfort zone. And then we have to go through that process again. This can be applied anywhere in life. Anywhere. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. So, zone 1, comfort zone. The majority of you fucking live here. The majority of you fucking come back here very quickly the moment you step out of that zone. Zone 2, fear. You hit that wall, you bounce right the fuck back in. You're like, I'm out. Bounce. Bye. Peace. See ya. Zone 3, fewer people make it to zone 3, but a lot of people quit here too. And zone 4 is the growth zone. And the growth zone just becomes zone 1 right back again. The growth zone is the comfort zone once you make it. And then you have to start this process all over. It doesn't go away. So I want you to ask yourself right now, where are you at with your health right now? Are you in your comfort zone? Are you in your fear zone? Are you in your learning zone? Or are you in your growth zone? I'll tell you where I'm at right now, to be super transparent. I'm in my motherfucking comfort zone. Because I'm not doing anything very uncomfortable. Even with Mission 180, it's very comfortable, and it's probably a little too comfortable. I probably need to change it a little bit because while I'm still doing it, partially, it's also very safe for me. It's safe enough. It's good enough. It's comfortable enough. And then guess what? I'm not going to grow there. I'm not going to get the result that I want there. And that's just going to be the fucking reality that it is. I'm going to have to do something different. I'm either going to have to, I don't know, be more accountable, right? Hire somebody to be more accountable. Potentially that's like my next step is myself hiring somebody to say, bitch, get out of your own way. You could have already been where you wanted to be. You could have already had that motherfucking caramel ice cap. It's the truth, right? So where are you at? Are you in your comfort zone, your fear zone, your learning zone, your growth zone? And what's preventing you from getting to that next level? What is preventing you from going from level 1 to level 2? This is where Fat Loss Basics will come into play. This is where Fat Loss Basics will fill in those gaps. Right? And I want to be super clear that even people who live in zone 2, I think I started to talk about this a little bit and I think I got sidetracked, but maybe not. But even people that live in zone 2, even when you say yes to coaching, when you say yes to going to the gym, when you say yes to, eating better, right? Even when you still say yes, this is still hard. I think I did say that. But you can say yes to something and something still be difficult for you to do and scary for you. You can do both. You can live in a world where it's hard and still say yes. That's living in duality, guys. And that really is that learning stage, is learning how to do that. Saying yes when it's hard, we bump into new levels, new zone, into that growth zone. So this is what I got for you today. I hope this was as exciting for you to hear about it. Honestly, as exciting as it is for me to talk about, because I love talking about this. This is my jam bam. So if you guys have questions, on Fat Loss Basics, if you're in one of these zones and you're like, I need to get out of my comfort zone, I'm sitting in my comfort zone, I got to get the fuck out of here. Keep in mind that Fat Loss Basics group coaching is FSA and HSA approved. All you have to do is fill out an application for that approval letter. providing that you get approved, then boom, it's very simple. I have a few clients that use it. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in more information about as well. Okay. I will let you guys have a great hump day. I cannot wait to see some of you in Fat Loss Basics. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll check you on the other side. Thanks so much for listening today. If you laughed, learned, or just felt a vibe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your support keeps this ass train chugging along. If you're ready to embrace the basics with a twist, follow me on social media. Links are in the show notes, and let's see the ways we can work together. All right, basics bitches, you're not just listeners, you're part of the revolution. Remember, skinny's out, basics are in, and you're looking damn good doing it. So until next time, stay basic.